are back in black in this motherfucker. Man, what is going on? What is going on? Shout out to everybody out there at the Court Plantation. Shout out to, man, I had to soak some motherfucking sea moss. But anyway, had to do what the fuck I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Man, shout out to everybody out there that's loving and living life at the Court Plantation. Man, I fuck with you. Philly stand up, Florida stand up. You already know what it is. 066, I fuck with you. I fuck with all y'all niggas. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody out there that, you know, that's working, not begging at the Court Plantation, but trying to make it happen, you know what I'm saying? And trying to do things the right way. And even your way, which is the right way, may not be the right way to somebody else. It doesn't matter. Just stay in your lane and do what the fuck you need to do. That's how I look at it, man. Fuck what everybody else talking about. Do what you need to do. Shout out to everybody out there that is trying to maintain and deal with this system of racism, white supremacy. And if you're trying to establish a system of justice, man, that's what you need to do. Shout out to all you Andrew Cuomo fans. That's, oh no, Andrew Cuomo. You know, that's why I still got him up there, man. Shout out to everybody out there that understands what the fuck life is about. And it definitely ain't about worried about Britney Spears and her conservatorship. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. We got bigger fish to fry, but they still want to keep talking about that bullshit. Talking about the census. Fuck the census. The motherfucker who came up with the census was a racist motherfucker anyway. And changing shit around. So fuck with them motherfuckers, man. What they saying, man. We're gonna get into a little bit of that. We're gonna get into a lot of shit today, man. But my main thing that I want to talk about is no blacks allowed. Because let me tell you something. When you're at that Court Plantation, we gonna get into that in full throttle. When you at that corporate plantation, them motherfuckers don't give a flying fuck. And how they talk behind closed doors, that's how they really feel. So we gonna talk about all that shit today, man. We gonna get right into it because I ain't gonna be on long. I got other shit I gotta do. Cut this shit down. Shout out to No Compromise too, man. Hey, man, if y'all be leaving comments, if it ain't in the chat, y'all know nigga good and damn well YouTube ain't gonna send that shit to me. All right, let me cut this shit down. Man. So much is going on. You know I'm drinking this mullein tea right now because now that they have turned up the heat, and Vegas has always been dusty and dirty and dingy because of the caliche and all the shit that's going on. So it's always been that way. But over the past, I would say over the past year, the dust has been different. Real different. I remember the year before, my voice was hoarse for like 6 months. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Then I start really getting into the teas. And I really feel like chemtrails, they are, to me, something is in the air and it's not right. The air quality is not right. Something is not right. This is just my perspective. I don't claim to know what the fuck I'm saying is correct, but this is just my perspective. So, you know, I get real heavy into the tea. So right now I'm drinking mullein tea to keep that upper respiratory situation good. I got my raw herbs. I got to re-up. I got a lot of shit I got to get. I got to spend a couple of dollars with him. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's very imperative that you support black business and you got to listen to what black people are telling you. I'm talking about the conscious black people, not the people that are kind of like programmed into the system. You know what I mean? And the reason why that is because certain things were programmed and certain things were not. Because when you're dealing with, you know, elderly people and you're dealing with your family members, you know, they're going to have their perspectives and they're going to get mad at you when you have your own perspective. You know what I mean? I was having this conversation today with one of my siblings and we was talking about, you know, family members and, you know, they'll vote shame you. They'll vax shame you. You know, sometimes you just gotta laugh at it and don't get mad and just be like, man, y'all do what y'all do. Now, me personally, I'm already knowing what it is just from my perspective. Read the medical apartheid. When you read medical apartheid, that's gonna tell you all you need to know. You know, as I'm reading this book, Never Caught, the story of Una Judge, and it was talking about yellow fever, and they were kind of saying, oh, it was a lot of black people that died too. Yeah, it was a lot, but it's not as many whites as it was blacks, though. That's the only thing I don't like. It wasn't as many of us dying as it was of them. And that's some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But I think those are just things that we got to look at, man, and we got to understand. You know, that's why I be having my mullein tea, my moringa tea, my soursop tea, elderberry tea. You know, you got to have those teas, man, because, see, I'm hood. I'm drinking mine on there. But you got to have those things, man. It's good for your throat. It's good for your upper respiratory system, your chest, all that. If I can find some mullein, I would just smoke the mullein because that's what it's for. It's for your upper respiratory, you know, system, because that's the first thing. A lot of these things in the air, the quality of the air, fuck with your upper respiratory system. I don't claim to know nothing. So I never claim to know anything. That's why the podcast is called No, I Don't Know. You already know who I am. So I'm just saying, man, get on your herbs, get on your elixirs, get on your diffusers with the eucalyptus shit. My suggestion to everybody is go get you some mullein tea, get you some sea moss, right? You're going to be spitting up mucus. Get you some sea moss, get you some mullein tea, get you a diffuser that emits the mist and put you some eucalyptus in there and go in a room and just sit in there for about 45 minutes to an hour and let that eucalyptus, you could add some lemon to it if you want to, and just let that just marinate all in your nasal cavities and shit. You know, because, you know, the air quality for people in Vegas is fucked up out here, man. So I thought I would get on that, but man, first thing we're gonna get on is, it's so funny how, you know, now they want to talk about the census, now they want to talk about all this other shit, and it's like, look, man, y'all niggas better stop believing everything that these people tell y'all, because everything that these people tell y'all ain't matter of fact. But I can tell you something that I believe is quite strange, how this CEO, this dominant white society CEO, Karen, was basically like, don't hire no niggas. No blacks allowed. I told y'all don't hire them. Our customer base is 90% white. Well, that's in damn near every retail department and every damn corporation, period. Y'all catering to every other racial group but us. How could you cater to black folk when you're opening up the floodgates for the borders so motherfuckers could come over here and then they identify as white to boost y'all numbers. Because as Dr. Francis Cress Welsing said, genetic annihilation. That's why it's a Planned Parenthood in the hood, and it's a fertility clinic in every wealthy neighborhood. There's some I'm about to start doing. I've already been kind of scouting and doing things, man. And it ain't gonna really be me doing too much talking. I'm just gonna kind of edit it. It's gonna take me a while, man. I gotta find the time to do it. But it's gonna fuck y'all up. I'm just gonna give y'all a little glimpse of what the fuck going on here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And all this bullshit. Cause motherfuckers want to act like, oh man, Vegas is cool. Yeah, Vegas is a good old boy town, as my mom used to say. Good old boy town. Straight up. Good old boy town. You see, I'm hood, man. Gotta drink my mullen tea. But anyway, man, it's a good old boy town. So I don't give a fuck how many census bureaus y'all deal with and all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. That shit don't mean nothing to me. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I'm just looking. I was just trying to find this audio. I was trying to find this audio of, and I think I'm fine. I'm gonna try to send it to me. I'm trying to find this audio. Hey, and Shawnee, I watched that Onion shit. I seen that shit, clips of it, but this shit is still funny. It's like 10, 12 years old. They tried this white woman we're gonna try you as African American. That shit is funny because that's exactly what the fuck going on. Shawnee has sent me this clip, but for some sort of reason, when she put the links in there and you try to click on it, MacBook Pro, I don't know what the fuck going on. They don't be letting the nigga look at it and shit. But I had to go into the chat on my phone and then click on it or whatever. But I'm telling you right now, man, this shit don't shock me. I was having a conversation with a Latino homeboy of mine too, man. We used to work at the Court Plantation together, and you know, a lot of the stuff. See, he used to always trip out how I used to listen to Farrakhan all day, all night. He used to always be like, "Why you always listening to him?" And I'm like, "Man, you wouldn't get it. You're not black." You know, I was bold, like you wouldn't get it. I'm not gonna explain it to you. And then one day he straight up asked me, he was like, I kind of listened to him like, what is he saying? I said, oh man, you need to get the books and read it. Like, I'm not gonna explain this shit to you. Cause a lot of the times when you're dealing with other racial groups, man, they could be a Tupac fan, they could be a Brand Nubian fan, a Lord Jamar fan, but they don't really get the crux of what anti-black racism is. So then they come to you thinking you're gonna get emotional and explain it to them, and I'm beyond that. I'll point you into a book before I be like, look man, it is what it is. You know, and I never meant to be rude or, you know, demeaning towards anybody, but a lot of times as black folk, we already got to explain who we are as it is. We're always explaining who we are. So why the fuck do I got to go out of my way to explain racism, white supremacy to you over and over again? You know what it is. If you don't know, then learn about it. If you don't want to learn about it, then that's on you. But I'm not going to do that. And now, years later, he like, man, I don't think you was lying. No, I wasn't lying. Now you see it. I said that's why everybody that comes over here waving their Mexican flag and their Spaniard flag and their Puerto Rican flag and their Dominican flag and all this other shit, go ahead, wave that. But how do you act at that corporate plantation? What behaviors do you replicate? I never said I work. Look, let me tell you something. Corporate plantation, either motherfuckers fuck with me or they don't. A lot of people don't fuck with me, especially a lot of black people a lot of times, because I don't do a lot of smiling with black people. Once I kind of see how they are, I don't smile with you. And then when you be smiling and grinning and cheesing and all this stuff, I can't do it. I get it, but I can't. Me personally, I can't do it. And a lot of people's lives are in shambles, so they go to these jobs and let me tell you something. Let me break it down from my perspective. That's why I'm gonna write a book about this corporate plantation shit. The corporate plantation of white people is the matrix. They can be whatever they want to be. In the corporate plantation, it's their world, it's their rules, they're the agents. They can do whatever they want. They can move in and out the system. You shoot one, they disappear, and it's another. Go watch The Matrix, and that will break down the corporate plantation. That's why white people love, in my personal opinion, the corporate plantation so much, because they can do whatever they want to do without no consequences. And we are the children of Zion. We're the motherfuckers that was born in the system, and we know that it's not real. That's why when you jack out of the Matrix, everybody got on holy clothes. And then the people that weren't born in the system, they got holes everywhere. Well, guess what? We were born into the system. We're like Tank and Dozer. You know what I mean? From the Matrix 1, the operator. He was born in Zion, so he already knows what it is. They were the chosen ones. And see, you got to look at it like that. That's why so many people that go to the Core Plantation, they can't wait to get there and sow discord because their lives are in shambles. If you need somebody to cater to your ego at a Core Plantation, then you ain't got no life. And if you a man, that's weird to me, man. That's almost, it's like, it's beyond unbelievable. Because to me, you feel like, man, supposed to be copacetic and keep it a buck with you. Look, bro, this is what it is, man. Look, don't make me do my job. Ooh, and I'm not going to say nothing else about it. I'm not going to run my mouth to people about it. I'm just going to do my thing. No. Men get at the Core Plantation, get to gossiping like a bitch. You know, that's why I've always been one, I keep my earphones on. You know, I talk for a little bit, but after I see what it is, all right, earphones on, I ain't got shit to say. Motherfuckers used to be thinking I was mad all the time, because you know what, black folk at the Core Plantation, if you don't smile with people, you're the enemy. You know, you're the bad guy. So, you know, that's how it goes a lot of the times. And that goes for any black melanated person that work at the Core Plantation. I don't give a fuck how nice you are on the inside, but it's what energy you're giving off on the exterior. But if you give off that professionalism, but I'm not finna smile with you, oh, you're a threat. You're a danger to the Core Plantation. And you could be a whiz at your job. But that's how it go. A lot of the times, that's how it go. And let me tell you something, man. Just to let y'all know, man, it is not your job to be going around, going out of your way to be making people feel comfortable about you when they pay you to do a job. Read those policies, read whatever they give you so you can know how to fight back. Like, look, man, that's why a lot of people in this day and age, it's called information systems. So now a lot of shit is tele-automated. It's tele-automated. It's a lot of shit is oh, well, here, you can do your job at the Starbucks. We don't need you to come into a brick and mortar office. I would suggest every melanated black person, if you can, start looking around, seeing where you can move so you can remove yourself from those toxic environments, man, because the energy is bad. Very seldom you're going to work around the dominant society. They're going to let you live. They're not going to be in your business. They're not going to care. They're not going to have no bullshit small talk with you. They're just going to go in there and do their thing. But there are more anti-black racist motherfuckers at the time. It ain't just white people either. It's everybody that replicates what. I've never seen so many other racial groups want to be the dominant white society in my life. But it does exist. And that was one of the main things me and this Latino brother, we was talking about. He had ordered some CMOS. So, you know, when we were talking, I just was trying to tell him, I'm like, bro, I was trying to tell you this shit a long time ago. Shout out to my nigga Dom, too. Me and him was kind of talking about it, too. Like, this ain't nothing new to us. This is new to everybody else. And other racial groups that ain't with that smiling and kissing ass and throwing niggas under the bus, those racial groups that are not with that, you're going to stick out like a sore thumb. Because you're a threat to the system now. Now you can tell us what's being said when we're not in the room. But when I'm in the presence of the dominant white side, I don't have no expectations for them to do anything for me and my people. My expectation of them is to treat me like a prisoner of war and treat me fucked up and impose their will on me mentally. Man, what's going on, 066? You know I see you, my nigga. That's what I expect. And nobody should expect nothing different. That's why I've been jotting, writing my thoughts down, trying to get it together. And let me tell you something, man. Because I just need a motherfucker that can type fast. If I need a motherfucker that can really type fast, I just be like, look, man, this is what I'm going to talk about right now. This is what I'm talking about when I first started work. Because out of all the Core Plantations I done worked at, like I said, even when black folk are on the same page, we're still looked at as a threat to the infrastructure of that corporate plantation because they don't want black folk being on the same page, vibrating at a higher frequency. Like I told you before, when I worked at Opportunity Village, I never witnessed that in my life where so many black people were on the same page and a lot of them didn't even get along, but they were still on the same page because there was a commonality there. The common denominator was we all niggas and everybody else is telling on everybody. And I remember when I worked at Opportunity Village, it was a Filipino lady and a Latino girl. And I remember I had walked in, they was shitting on me, and then they were like, then they stopped, and I said, don't stop, kid. That shit don't bother me, nigga. This ain't my first rodeo. Then they try to question me. I said, are any of y'all the supervisor? And they was like, oh no. I was like, well then why don't y'all just worry about what y'all need to be doing? Why y'all worried about what I'm doing? That's the problem. Because everybody, when there's a white person involved in my dealings, a lot of the time, they always feel like they're supposed to be telling you what to do. Instead of just being like, look, man, do what you do. I'm finna do what I do. I'm not your supervisor, and I'm not finna get involved in what you got going on. You need help? Come holler at me. I think if more people were like that, things would be a lot different. But the reason why a lot of things are not different is because it's the Matrix. They know it's not real. You know what I'm saying? But the body cannot live without the mind. And you know what makes it real? The currency. Everything's dependent upon the money you make. They made it that way. The dominant society's made it. You can't even buy a car under $30,000. You buy a car for $25,000 and up, $20,000 and up. You're not even getting a decent car under $20,000. It's gonna be $20,000 and up. $20,000 for a motherfucking car that somebody tap it. It's gonna fucking fold into 10,000 pieces, and they gonna say, oh, it's total. Just like insurance. You pay all this insurance. None of that money you pay every month goes towards your deductible. You still gotta, it's all a hustle. Phones, planned obsolescence. So when you dealing with a corporate plantation, you need to understand you can always be replaced, and take that time. They got employee stock, take their stock. They got 401k in retirement, take that shit. You can work there for 5 or 6 years, save up 6, 7, 8 grand, and take that money and go start you a business. Fuck all that. That's what you do. Don't get into that habit of like, oh, I can't get nothing. You can always learn how, if you want to be a business owner, how you would treat your staff and how you would treat people, man. Because it's very important. Here, I'm going to play a little bit of audio of what this sister was talking about when she was dealing with this Eileen Kerr, or whatever her name is. She was a white supremacist. Not was, but is a white supremacist. And she worked for this prestigious firm. And this bitch basically was like, don't hire no black people. I don't even know why we interviewing black people. Stop sending these niggas up here. We're not hiring them. But then bitch tried to come back and say, oh, I'm not racist. And everybody's like, well, bitch, apparently you are. So here, I'm about to play it right now.
Nothing. And that black people are the most racist people of all, and that anyone who follows me is basically unemployed and not intelligent. Even more so, he made transphobic comments.
Why don't you go out and like make $1 million fucking dollars so you can actually do something good with this world and get these 14-year-old rejects that still have pronouns in their bio.
And when I confront him about racism, he says, of course it slightly exists, it always will, but black people are the most racist people on the planet.
And I think this was the CEO's husband, because he had threatened somebody. It was a sister, I think he threatened. Bitch, if you come to Texas, you know we'll do it and all this other shit. And basically, like, black people are the most racist. Look, let me tell you what that is. That's white fragility. Well, you're racist. You guys are always bringing it up. Well, don't nobody. Everybody that's listening to this right now, I want y'all to listen to me good. Then why the fuck ain't nobody calling the white Jewish community racist when they always fucking bringing up the goddamn Holocaust? They don't never let you forget that shit. But anytime you bring up slavery, that happened at the United States of America Incorporation's land. That's where it happened. The Holocaust happened in Europe. We talking about what happened here. So it's so crazy how what happened here has no bearing, but what happened in Europe has all this bearing on everything. They made it that way. They made it that way. Because they know what the fuck it is, man.
He then says if your followers weren't alt left on unemployment, they wouldn't be so eager to agree. Very interesting. But I'm not shocked that a cis white male such as yourself will try to tell a black woman what to do and what is and isn't racist.
So I just wanted to let you hear that shit so y'all can hear what it is. That was just this sister's perspective on what was going on, man. But I'm going to tell you right now, wake up. I would suggest everybody wake up, man. I suggest everybody understands what's going on. They're not going to hire you. Stop getting suited and booted and getting, distraught. I think I learned that. I didn't learn that at first. 16 years ago, oh man, I wanted to work for the city of Las Vegas and make all this, man, the city's where the money at. Then as time started to progress and the economy goes up and down, you start to see, like, you sure that's what you wanted? You know what I mean? And then you start to be around these people at these, you know, the city of Las Vegas, and a lot of people, they just miserable. And I'm like, nah, I don't really think I want to do that shit. And then that's when I started to develop my own mentality, my own belief system of what I wanted. And I remember one time working at the recreation center for the city of Las Vegas. It was this white dude. He worked for a state prison. And he was like talking to me as if I had to check him. Cause I was like, look, man. He was like, yeah, man, you know, you should put in, man, cause this guy leave. I said, first of all, I'm not doing no graveyard, brother. Second of all, I already got a job, man. I work 2 jobs. I don't need a third. Man, it's got good. I said, sir, you didn't even ask me where I work. They just assume because you a nigga that whatever they're giving you, that's that Dutch Schultz from motherfucking hoodlum mentality. Don't be proud. You know, whatever I give you, eat scraps. Don't be proud. And thank you, Dutch. It ain't nothing. You know, that type of shit. And they do it so much, they don't even realize they doing it. A lot of the times you be like, hey, man, you know that's kind of some shitey shit, what you got going on. You know, so it's like, I've been around a lot of people, you know, and a lot of other racial groups. Now, I like the straight racist motherfuckers that really, they don't deal with niggas and they kind of tell you like they wasn't raised to be around black people and all that. I can deal with that because now you're letting me know what it is. And now I don't have to go out of my way to educate you or do any of those things. Not that I do it anyway, but now I don't have to do that. And I don't have to worry about you smiling with me and being fake because you don't fuck with me like that anyway. So now that we have this understanding, cool. You stay over there in your corner, I'll stand in mine. And you'll meet a lot of those white people too that you can tell because they don't smile with you. And those motherfuckers that don't smile with you, don't get offended. You should like that shit. Because when they don't smile with you, you know where you stand with them. It's the smiley motherfuckers that walk around at the corporate plantation, want to shake everybody in and be a goddamn congressman. Those the motherfuckers I'll be like, I'll just be looking at their ass and I make a motherfucker feel uncomfortable. Because as you get older and you mature and you read and you study, like Dr. Claude Anderson says, he said, if you're a black man in America, you should be mad. Why would you be happy to get a job? A job is meant to maintain you. You're not getting rich at no job. You're just going to be maintained. That's it. That's all you're going to do is be maintained. Trust me, you talking to a nigga that know. After so long, you be like, oh shit. Man, I've been here all this time. This is all I got? Trust me. And then white people be, what's so cold about it is they even play the same game on their own people. You know, well, we weren't able to give you nothing. You know, money was tight this year. You know, Tom, that type of shit. And you know, a lot of white people, they be kind of pissed off and looking at it, but they don't really say much. Me, look, man, you got to move forward. Stay in your lane. Understand that every employment system is a branch of the system of racism, white supremacy, man. That's why you don't never see no niggas running them. And RIP to that sister. It was a sister. She was a CEO of Bank of America. The nigga killed her. Some shit like that. It's like, God damn, man. But, you know, you watch all this shit. You see all this shit. You like, you know, and stop believing in anybody that says one thing that'll co-sign one thing that we feel, and then all of a sudden we feel like they for us. Man, these motherfuckers are not for nobody but themselves, man. Nobody but themselves. You know, you have to wake up, man, and understand that we got to stop allowing people to come in and out of our culture and do what they want. I'm always bring up that music shit. I don't like that shit, man. Don't come over here, Pink, Justin Timberlake. You come over here and use our music, and then you go back to doing the music you've been wanting to do. Well, stay your bitch asses over there where you was at. Man, that shit is so fucking annoying. I'm tired of them making every nigga apologize and, oh, Lord, I'm sorry, but Donald Sterling said that Magic Johnson ain't responsible for nothing but having AIDS. This is what Donald Sterling said about Magic Johnson. I didn't see the NBA make him apologize. I didn't see the white Jewish community make him apologize. I'm always bring that up. And I'm waiting for a motherfucker to say something to me. I'm going to be like, well, I feel like the baby should apologize when Donald Sterling apologizes. If I'm not mistaken, he said some very disparaging things about black people. And he said some very disparaging things about Magic. I don't care if they made him sell the team. Why don't you make him publicly apologize? They act like Donald Sterling lost. He sold a team for like $2 billion. He didn't lose anything. You understand what I'm saying? But they want to make Donald Trump the face of racism. That's an scapegoat. That's why I don't like when motherfuckers be, because Donald Trump. No, nigga. No. Oh, and for all you Biden fans, if you don't vote for me, you ain't black. It's so funny. I don't hear you. I can't understand you. What's going on, all you Joe Biden fans and Kamala Harris fans? Where all you black motherfuckers at that was vote shaming niggas to vote? This motherfucker put an anti-Asian hate bill together and ain't gave y'all niggas nothing but Juneteenth. But y'all niggas want to tell a nigga to go vote? That's what you suck-ass niggas getting. I'm talking about any nigga that's 50 and down and you vote shaming another nigga to go vote and don't want to go read their book. You don't even want to read a Dr. Claude Anderson book. Vote for what? Vote your interest. You don't vote because you like a motherfucker. Fuck Joe Biden. But that's what y'all get. That's why now y'all starting to really see the racism unfold. You gonna really see it. I'm talking about you gonna see it. It's gonna be so prevalent. They gonna be doing so much ass kissing in the next couple of years once it's time for re-election. Watch. And then all of a sudden, these same boule niggas gonna be like, well, he couldn't do nothing because of Donald Trump. And then they gonna try to corral everybody to get them to go vote for fucking Joe Biden again, like they did Barack Obama's clown ass, and then they ain't gonna do shit for you again, and then it's gonna be the same thing all over again. Then they're gonna put another white Republican racist motherfucker in there, and then it's gonna be all this banter. But you know what's gonna happen though? That's gonna be something we're used to. It's theater. The presidential debates ain't nothing but WWE. That's all it is. It's not even real. They're reading a script. They didn't like Donald Trump. Donald Trump was going off the rails, but he said something that was very poignant. He said, Joe Biden is a career politician that's been a senator for 40 years, and he's done more harm to black people than good. Now, I'm not saying that Donald Trump is not a racist. He should be. But what I am saying is he's giving you the jewels right then and there. Look, man, y'all looking at me. You wanted to pick the lesser two evils? Y'all niggas think I'm bad. This is the devil right here, nigga. This nigga really don't fuck with y'all. But niggas like, man, because he with Obama. Man, fuck Obama. That's why y'all never even hear me. I don't want to buy none of his. I don't want to buy his book. Fuck that book. That nigga was a suck-ass nigga who got there, non-foundational black American, had no ties to the black community, pretended like he did, because he had a whole bunch of celebrities around him, because it was cool to be around a black person who don't even identify with foundational black Americans or native blacks, as Dr. Claude Anderson say. But if that's what y'all niggas want to do, but I ain't gonna lie, after that Obama shit, I took them posters down, I threw them motherfuckers in the trash. I was like, fuck this nigga, man. Like, I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm tired of fuck this figurehead lady motherfucking Lady Eloise bullshit from Boomerang. Just the face of the company. I don't want to hear none of that shit, man. I don't want to hear none of that. But anyway, man, look, that's my time. Look, I'm busy. I'm already behind. I got shit to do. Hey, y'all already know what it is. Go look her up. Her name is Eileen Kerr. And this bitch worked for a prestigious firm. And this bitch was basically on some racist shit. Basically telling motherfuckers, telling the people that work for, hey man, stop stealing me these black bitches. Nigga, I'm not hiring them. Our business and our business, what did she say? She said business. She said, the people that deal with us, it's 90% white or some shit she said. She put it in such a shiesty way, but it's still racist. But my thing is, that's almost how they all are. A lot of them just hire you because they have to. You know what I mean? Because they can't have one nigga and 15 white people. That's how they want it. And there's a lot of dominant white society people that want it like that. And there's a lot of other racial groups that want it that way too. So, hey, you know what it is. You at the core plantation, stay in your lane. Don't buck your eyes and be buck dancing. Don't become the minstrel show for these people at the job. Laugh at them. And if you can't get away from them, get the fuck away from them. Learn the information system, man, because that's where it's going. You're going to work at the core plantation, learn a system so you can be movable property within that system. You ain't got to stay there and take the abuse if you ain't got to. But, hey, man, you know what it is. Stay in your own lane. Don't let your family or anybody do that. Just be respectful and just change the subject if you have to. But, hey, man, hey, 066, I fuck with you, my niggas. Shawnee, Erica, all y'all. Hey, y'all know what it is, man. I might hit y'all up tomorrow, but most definitely I'll be on Sunday. And if y'all dealing with a nigga who got a whole bunch of other racial group friends, and they all get around you and say, well, I don't understand, like, you know, all lives matter. Guilty, nigga. I don't fuck with them. And you. Peace.